let's see this Asmongold apology.
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch and also what my plans are going forward. I'm going to try and structure this video into two parts, where the first part is going to
This is actually amazing.
be me talking about the Twitch suspension, second part is going to be talking about myself. And the first thing I want to start off with is something...
He actually apologized for a guy who says he doesn't apologize ever.
Chat, I want you to pay attention, chat, to the like and dislike ratio. Okay? I think it's very telling about today's world. It is though. Right? Like, everybody, boom, what he said, it explodes, right? What he said was insane. Everybody's calling it out, as they should. I mean, what he said was pretty insane, right? Gets banned, everybody's against him, like very little form. Makes a video, gets a better dislike ratio than Mr. Beast on his video. I'm just saying, I think it's interesting because the Normandy, the actual Normandy person,
people actually like it.
I know that might sound a little bit insincere because of how ridiculous this is, but I really mean it, and if you listen to the whole video, I hope you can see why. Everybody who's come and spoken out and
this is what X-Force
and
is.
said stuff about me, you know, aside from the or something like that, I want to say that I really appreciate you, and I think this has been something that's a long time coming, and I actually think that this is something that not only I deserved, but it's also something that I needed. And I want to talk about what the reason for that is, but I want to start off and just make sure that that's actually very clear. So a couple of days ago, I made some comments about Palestine and also about Hamas and, you know, some just general, you know, basically opinions that were trivializing the genocide that's happening there. And I don't really want to like mince words or like try to like, oh, I wasn't justifying or, you know, promoting it. I said something about it that was disgusting.
The IT just kicked him.
I said that I didn't care about innocent people getting by another force, by anything. And I think that that's a horrible, disgusting, mean-spirited thing to say. And I don't necessarily think that it was really racist, really. But when I'm using language like Palestinians or like the people there, rather than what my real language...
I think it's important to have a distinction, okay, of wording.
No, racist.
Wording is
Okay.
important these days, but people don't give a f more because it's just buzzwords. Culturally insensitive is the word that we normally use when it's not about race, but it's about a culture. It's what it is.
was
the word for
I've
it.
always been very outspoken and very
Don't get mad at the
religious
messenger. I'm just telling you the truth. It is what it is.
I think that any religion and any way of thinking that's going to cause you to put other people in like kind of positions below you, as like, you know, like gay people, women, people with disabilities, anything like that, I think that that's a really...
If I say, guys, if I say, nobody looks at you, nobody does anything, right? If I say something about other places, it can be people say like, either racist or whatever, right? But most of the time it's going to be culturally sensitive. That's just my strategy on it.
Really bad position to have, and I really don't like that. And I think that my problem and my fault here was that I was making a criticism of religious extremism, and I made no effort, and I feel like almost
he made disrespect about the religious minorities.
You watched the clip, right? Or a number of the clips. And it's like I've almost made an effort not to draw a distinction between the two things. I think that a lot of us here can easily say that we're against religious extremism. And I am. But whenever I categorize everybody in the area as this like group, then I'm
not making anything that was towards what he said or his comments about what he said. I'm just saying in general, right? It's still not racist. Guys, I just want to make sure we have the correct wording. Racist. I don't think it's a race. Is it a race? When we talk about a culture or a country
it's not race.
or a religion, it's not racist. What race is it? Okay. If what he said was racist, then who is the race that is being belittled? Or what is that race? Say it in the chat. What is the race? Go ahead.
Okay. He's cooking him.
Oh, so all Arabs then. Okay. So is it the day that we turn our brains off? Because guys, I can join you guys. I can join you guys if you want to. I can turn my brain off if you want to. We can do that. And we can have a conversation if you want. Okay. I don't think it's racist at Arabs. All of them. It's not what it is. Like what? I don't think that Palestinian is a race either. Is it a race? Okay, it's not. Okay, therefore, it can't be racism. Can we at least agree to that? If you cannot find the race that's being belittled, then it cannot be racism. Okay. Okay, guys. I think men are stupid. Dude, that's misogyny. That's misogyny. What is wrong with you? No, well, that's not a take. It's not. Oh, because you're just putting right.
And you guys tell me that, and it's taken me. This is what's so crazy about it is that I think this has been going on now for like 2 years. I think that I've been slowly devolving into the most mean-spirited, like I don't really even know what the word is for it.
Okay.
I mean, he react to the most vile shit ever.
Okay.
So.
Bad example. Sorry, I used the wrong word. What I meant is sexist.
But like the criticism videos mostly, so just keep making.
I said what you just said is sexist. Okay. And I ask, sexist against who? Is it against men? Against women? If you cannot put an answer to that, it can't be sexism. Okay. Against Islam is still not a race. I'm not even thinking technicalities. I think it's important when you have a topic in mind and you talk with words and you start wording it. I think it's important to use the correct words so that there's no sort of loss in dialogue, in translation. We don't get lost in this dialogue. It's stupid. Otherwise, we get lost and we bring it back. We didn't address that when we have time to.
The most mean-spirited, rude, like nasty, like just callous, psychopathic version of myself. I think that I've been devolving into this. And a lot of my friends have told me this. My dad has told me this. He said, you've got to chill out. You've got to calm down. I've been like, oh, the old man doesn't know what he's talking about. And
okay, I'm crushing out. Okay, here it comes. Everybody called them racist, right? On Twitter like that, right? What is school sensitive and stupid, right? What is incorrect and dumb, okay? And hurts a lot of people, right? But it's not racist. A lot of people that did call them on Twitter, though, I know though, are known racist, though. A lot of them were calling his ass out, or people that use the C word for white people, and said a bunch of times, like that Frogan person who never gets banned against white people all the time. That's actually legit racism. You don't get banned for racism. You don't. And you're calling me for racism, it's not race. You're insane. Big.
And I finally have some level of accountability for that. And thank God.
Big.
I look back at some of the things that I've said and done over the past 2 years, and I don't think that I've been wrong about everything, obviously, right? But there have been ways that I've communicated and ways that I've acted that are indefensible. And I think looking back on it, it's just disgusting. And it's something that when you get lost in the sauce and you get fixated around like listening and reading feedback and, just getting hyper fixated, this is like your entire life, you lose a perspective on reality and you lose a perspective on the world. And I think that perspective was brought into perspective yesterday and the day before when I was making comments like this. And I feel so stupid.
Listen. It has been my take forever, chat. I don't give a fuck. Oh my god, dude, you fell off with these bad takes. If you make it a point to make it okay, or belittle somebody for their nationality or their race or skin color, okay, then you have to do it for all of them. You have to do it for all of them. Otherwise, it's stupid. Because if somebody is an oppressed group, right, it's not okay. If they're privileged, it is okay. Then what happens when those sides flip, right? I'm going to see the opposite. Then what do you do then? You tell me, guys, things are balanced now. Everybody stop. You think we're going to stop? That culture, the thing you cultivated, that behavior, slingshots backwards, and you have the same problem again. That you're going to literally code people to say, guys, it's okay to make fun of these people. It's okay to make fun of the British, the French, the American, the whatever, right? But not this one, not the Chinese, not the this, not the that, not this, right? But so fuck them, ha, it's not racism, ha, right? And at one point, every right? And now that's the oppressed group. What do you say now? We say, guys, sorry, the motive has been achieved. We've achieved our goals. Now stop it. Think we're going to stop? Absolutely not. Because now you've told everybody that it's okay to do that. So those continue. And they have the same problem backwards. Then what? Now do you reinvent racism against those that were saved? No, you don't. And now you fix the problem now and you don't do it at all. How is that?
What is he waffling about?
It's crazy. So I'm getting
racist words.
all these people making negative comments for me. Everybody's telling me like, oh, I hate you, everything like this. Do you know who reached out to me? And they wanted to talk and have a conversation and see if I was okay.
Since when is it okay to make fun of nations or people? Brother, half the TikToks we watch are making fun of the British. Haha, you're British. Haha, you're French. Haha, you're American. Omegalol, American. Omegalol. Brother, you act that this is not like common occurrence. It is what it is. Like, don't act that there's like predicted classes in that and there's that aren't. It's just you're talking. You're not. I'm not your drone. Like, you're not gonna fucking. Interesting. It's not a MAGA-tard dialogue. It's not. I wish you understood.
That's a good one, though.
The same way. Okay, it's not. We can argue technicalities today or not. Today, I'm not going to do that. We can continue. Okay. Let's take a look. You see the nuance between meme and has no real repercussions and racist rhetoric is touted is discriminating against. Okay, Nothing of what I said was even on that topic. I already said what he said was deplorable. You don't call a culture inferior. It's not anything that you do. It's once generalizing. It's reductive. It's stupid. I think it's just a bad thing. It's not because why? Because it's nothing you do. I think it's a bad thing. But to call an entire culture inferior, come on, bro.
It's people that were Islamic and people that were from Palestine, and how humiliating.
I'm not defending it. I'm attacking it with the correct
Let's
wording.
play the video, bruh.
I'm attacking it with validity, so I don't trip and fall later online. Because I want to use the words and buzzwords that are used on social media.
How absolutely humiliating is that? And these were the people I was trying to say were bad. And I feel like such a I really do. I've always been a, I guess like I've always been kind of like an atheist. And even as...
Okay. Yes. Arabs, I understand that. Did what he said, was it against Arabs? No, I think it was against Palestinians. Correct? It's an umbrella. It's not. Oh my God.
Yeah, I thought it was Muslim.
Okay, if you're a tomato, are you also a vegetable? Yes. If you're a vegetable, are you automatically a tomato? No. Okay, now we've finished this. Now we finished this dialogue. Human. X, Y, Z. Okay. Arab. Okay. Zoom out again. Okay. X, Y, Z, Palestinian. Most of them, right? Okay, got it. So if adding something offensive and stupid about Palestinians, does it automatically mean it's racist to Arabs? No. Okay. Can we fucking move on now? Can we move on? Jesus Christ, how do you guys not agree with this? Wait, hold on.
As a young kid, I was raised Roman Catholic, and I was always very defiant towards it. And I've always had a negative opinion of religion, and I've also had a negative opinion of religious cultures. And I think that opinion is definitely shaped by the media that I've created.
Then if you say you're racist to white people, case closed. So never if you call it Canadian, I'm not going to do that. Do not call out the boys, the squatto. You're not doing that.
And the media I created for myself, and then also there's the media that exists, the media that I've chosen to seek out as well. And I think that media has allowed me
Thích là nói tiếng sang minority.
to have certain predispositions and certain biases that the truth is that don't have any sort of relation to what my own real life has been experienced, or what my own real life experience has been, excuse me. And so I've been spending a lot of time talking to those people, and I've seen people like fans of mine, like I had viewers messaging me on Discord, like, why are you saying this? Like, do you want to talk? Do you want to, I'm willing to talk to you, and like, let's try to work this out, right? We love you. And I scrolled up on their messages, and these are people that messaged me in like 2016, 2017, 2018, like, I love your content, I love your stream, I love you, right? And now they get to hear this from me, and I just feel like such a... I really do, and I'm sorry. I really am. I think that it's extremely fair to criticize religious extremism, and I think that it's extremely unfair to categorize everybody in part of that group as religious extremists.
Fair.
I think it is, and I'm really sorry for that. It's weird because yesterday I woke up and I didn't know if I was going to get suspended or not, and I planned on streaming and everything, and I actually got a text message from one of my mods. They said, "Oh, I heard about the suspension. I'm sorry," and I was like. I remember I was like driving, and like, you'd think that like your heart rate would go up, but if anything, I felt more relaxed. I felt like finally I have a moment to just take a step back and
Take a vacation. Is that it?
and think for myself and just stop, just like get out of my own head. And I spent a long time like just writing basically a list of all of these things that like I think that I should be doing with my life. And this is going to be kind of
Oh, there you go. Put in the application.
comments that I made were pretty much about religious extremism. I think it's bad, but I've categorized a lot of people in that way that was unfair. It's wrong for me to have done that. I said something that was bad. I should not have said that. I should have chosen my words more carefully. I didn't do that. I doubled down on it. I shouldn't have.
You can find it clean the room as well.
I'm sorry. That's pretty much. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. And so, actually, I do know what else to say. I don't like making apologies because I think words don't matter. But I do think changed actions and changed behaviors do. And so you can take my apology as hopefully better content. And if you're not seeing that, I want you to hold me accountable. Hopefully this time I won't be stupid enough to ignore it.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's pretty dry.
Right.
Anyway, so the second part about this is that I want to talk a little bit about like my life, my personal life, etc., and kind of some of the points that I think that I've kind of gone through to get here. So the main thing is that for the past, like, I would say like 10 years or so, if you look at my life like this, I would have said 10 years ago or maybe 8 years ago, streaming was like this, right? YouTube was like this. And now I would say that my life and streaming are basically the exact same size. And what I mean by that is that streaming is my entire life. Doing this is my entire existence.
What is 5:51:10? I don't understand it. Brother.
these two groups are basically like at each other's throat down to the last person. And of course, I just don't feel that bad when like one of those groups is losing. It's like they've had plenty of chances to.
Like,
I feel like that's a general idea of what he's going for.
So Asmon's statement is overly broad here and pretty stupid. But one of the big issues is like the thing is all of the white people on Twitch, like Hassan Piker, okay, constantly conflate all of Islam with Houthis and Hezbollah and Hamas.
Here comes the
That's
deck.
like the big issue, right? So if you are Asmongold, if you're a normie, and then you look at like all the pro-Palestinian people, and then you see, oh, well, they all also support like radical Islamist, fundamentalist orgs. I guess maybe that's just all of Islam, and that's all the Arab world. I can understand why people get confused because you never have people out here like Hassan delineating between. Well, I mean, delineating. He's literally
Hassan is the worst.
showing music video propaganda to his friends.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, so it's not really even surprising that, yeah, it reminds me of when like conservatives a long time ago used to say like, oh, we're not doing that, that's socialism. You're like, no, that's social spending, it's not socialism. And then all of a sudden, like nowadays, like progressives are like, yeah, we need like social spending, that's socialism. Like, wait a second, why are we using their definition? Like, I feel like people like Hassan are playing into that environment. Well, actually, all good Arabs and Muslims are going to support Hamas and all these people because they're resistance freedom fighters. Ignoring the fact that Arabs, these are the people that you should love the most because nobody Arabs like other Arabs do. If you look at the Syrian civil war, you look at what happened in Yemen, like you look at all the, yeah, like it's Jesus.
He's saying that as well. Also, the thing that like upset me about this, I was talking to Slasher earlier about this a little bit. The thing that upsets me is like, I'm pretty sure
The chat either says question mark or he's right, and they just blindly go with the flow of what they think chat is currently approving, and nobody knows because nobody actually has done a single inch of research in any. It is what it is. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that's me. Today, everybody's question marking me. Okay, about the whole racist thing, and I'm right about it. I'm not touch it. It is what it is. If you want to use the buzzwords, go ahead, but you're wrong.
especially after
Hassan is
Asmongold, he
saying
goes
that.
and talks to Hassan
Hassan is doing the same thing.
for hours after this. I'm very certain that Asmongold doesn't want innocent people killed. Like he made it very clear multiple times. No, I'm not cool with children getting killed. Wait, yeah, that was probably broad. Yeah, oh, maybe I
And Deepak, I will crush you on a Discord debate. You'll save your brain cells, brother. Bro, save it. You're not gonna convince me.
spoke too like harshly, too generally, right? He doesn't want this, but Hassan legitimately, and there is no concern. Hassan really does support the Houthis. He really does leader and keeping them hostage for a year. He supports it outright. He's
Yeah,
happy
he thought
about
it
it.
was serious. It was funny as fuck.
So like it's like Asmongold's accidentally speaking here, 2-week ban because he was and when Hassan genuinely supports, which by the way is against the TOS, when he genuinely supports, there's no evidence that he's had even a talking to.
If you're gonna say out of pocket, glorifies violence, whatever, you have to make sure that your statements are inclined with whatever the public is backing up. Otherwise, you can't do it. It is what it is. And what's sad is that the people that know this fact are stretching that fact to the best of their ability, and the most outrageous, bro, so outrageous. I'm streaming and boasting about them like I don't even.
And I think the process of that has been extremely unhealthy for me. And I think that what it's done is that it's allowed me to become such a one-dimensional person that I'm not even a person anymore. It's like I'm Dark Souls, I'm going hollow or something. And I think about like all of the, like I made a list of all of the things that I'm not doing in my life that I should be doing. And I was writing it down and I'm like, fucking like, I'm just going. I'm like, oh my God, I think it'd be shorter if I transcribed the Bible. Like, this is insane. Like, whenever I have everything written down line for line, it's like, oh my God, I'm ruining my life. I've been existing and I want to at a certain point.
I'm not using the word terrorist like likely, like a buzzword. You're not using me saying it's a buzzword. No, most of you use it as a buzzword. Actual terrorism. Yes, the textbook definition. Absolutely. I didn't use it as a buzzword. It is flat out correct in every way that the word means, and it'll never be wrong. You're dumb. Don't bother.
And I don't think that I've been doing that. And so what am I going to do? How am I going to do that differently? And what does that mean for my stream, etc.? I think that I'm going to cut down a little bit on streaming quite as much. And I think I'm also going to cut down. This is going to sound like I hope I can say this in the right way.
He said uploading my poor times a day.
I feel
It's kind of unhealthy.
like the main times that I laugh on my stream nowadays are when I'm laughing at other people. And I look back on videos that I did from 2020, 2016, and 17, and yeah, I've always been an asshole, but been way more. It's insane, and it's a night and day difference. And I've had, again, everybody in the world telling me this, including my own dad, and I've just ignored them. And finally, it's like, you know what? Maybe this is too far. Maybe I need a course correction, which is why I think that like getting suspended in this. I hope that it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. And I don't know whether that's going to be true, but I'm going to try to do things differently and make sure to live up to that reality. And so what are those things that I'm going to be doing differently? The first thing is that I think I'm going to try. I've been very much trying to like maintain a consistent schedule with my stream, and I will continue to do that. I want to get up and go to bed at relatively the same time. I want to live a normal life. And also I want to spend maybe a little bit less time streaming, and I want to spend more time creating my own videos and doing my own things and spending time on things that I really enjoy, and basically just like expanding my existence as a person. I think that ever since I started like OTK and I got involved with that, and then we had like other Starforge and like Mad Mushroom
So
and
just make more content. That's it.
Mythic and everything, like I honestly
Not enjoying anything.
it's been too much for me to handle. It's been completely too much for me to handle, and I've been losing my mind dealing with it, and I try to hide it the best I can because I try to do the.
I think the most important thing, okay, would be some of you guys to just go on Google, okay, and really learn the proper definition for all the words that you use. I feel like that once you do that, you gotta get a better understanding. Sometimes you have to leave a point behind and say, okay, you're right, it's not this, it's actually that, right? And really correct your dialogue and the words that you use. I say a lot, not the technicality and the actual thing, the words that I use, I'm pretty careful with it, and I use them pretty well. Try to get me on one of the shit that was wrong and one bad word. Go ahead, try it. You see it. I don't do it off the reference.
Right, try to do my best. It doesn't matter how hard it gets. You just keep going. You just keep going. It doesn't matter. And eventually, it does matter. And I think that I've negatively affected a lot of them. And I also don't want to talk about that just in the context of just like this recent controversy. I want to talk about this in the context of the last 2 years. I think that I haven't really been able to fulfill my responsibilities as a leader in a lot of cases to them. And I think that I've let a lot of people down. And there have been things that I've done that are positive as well. But I think that one thing this thing has taught me, this whole situation has taught me, it's made me realize, is that I need to get myself in check. I need to get my mind under control. I need to, just get my life. I need to fix my fucking. It's insane. I think about it and it's in shambles. Everything about my life is, and I'm gonna take a step back from all of that. I'm gonna step away from my leadership position and OTK and Starforge and everything. I want to, and they're fine with that. They respect that, and I want to do this, and I want to do this not only for them, but mainly for myself, so I can be a better version of myself for everyone. And I want to apologize to all you guys, my viewers, that I don't think I've lived up to that. I think that I can be a lot better than what I am right now, and I don't even think that I've been putting in half the effort that I should be in the way that I should be, and I'm sorry. And so my plan is to, when I get unbanned, I'll keep streaming regularly, right? And I want to focus more on trying to do things that are fun, trying to laugh more with people rather than at people. I'll still laugh at people every once in a while, okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But it's about a focus, and it's about a
apology.
tone. I listen to my tone in the clip, and I just sound like such a piece. Really, at the end of the day, I sound like a piece of shit. I sound like a terrible person, and it's just so mean-spirited and callous and just mean. And I don't want to be that person anymore. And I've spent a long time growing up. The time I did, I was an r/atheism enjoyer. I have a very negative opinion of a lot of religions. I've had the experience firsthand of the negative effects of Christianity and the way that I view that. And I've always read a lot of very bad things about Islam, and I've made a lot of criticisms of it. I've talked to a lot of people about it. I've heard a lot about it, and I've been watching things about it, and I've been hearing people telling me this is the way it is, but I've never seen it. And I actually think that after all this, I think towards the end of next year, I think I'd like to visit the Middle East and see it for myself. I want to see it for a historical perspective.
Oh, GG Stan.
Right, I would love to go to Istanbul and Turkey. There's no ulterior motive there at all. But it's not just that. I'd love to visit places like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and
After saying that,
any of the other places. I mean, the truth is that and this is the worst thing about what I said. Some of the places I would want to visit, I might not be able to because of the way that they're just the internal strife, the actual literal wars that are going on, people being literally killed there, and I might not be able to do that. But I want to do it, and I want to see it for myself because I don't like believing what people tell me. And I think that when I do, I end up being a fool. And I want to see it. I want to see it for myself, and I want to experience it. And I want to live my life. And I'm going to try to, I don't know, clean up part of my house.
I think
blow on the Palestine.
I think the
This
tension
would be good, right?
I mean, it's fair to say that, but at the same time, brother, seeing it, the culture and shit like that, it's more the feel of people that live there. It's like the culmination of anecdotes and growing up there and being part of the ingrained culture of living there and being that person of that ethnicity, or you were born there, is what it is. Something that you go as a tourist and then you see. I'm just saying it. Most of these things that people talk about it's not to be seen, it's to be felt when you live there. But it's just what it is. I'll tell you. You get mad. You get mad all you want. It's a question mark. It doesn't make it any less true what I said.
Listen, I'm not going to hire a cleaner. As I said, I was raised Roman Catholic. I view this as a penance. And
Let's do something says, okay. I don't. Let's think of something random. In Europe, some countries are very racist. Okay. Then I want to say to myself, I'm going to visit EU countries and go to touristic places, whatever. What is my likeliness of experience racism on a daily basis? Probably very low. Not something as living there, being from there, growing up there. You're not going to have it. You're not going to see that. Maybe a little bit more, but not the way that people
They're
portray
just contradicting themselves.
the people that are from there.
Because he said he was all racist against French, British and all.
The way that people describe it,
No, it's not. Yes, low.
their pain,
It's
you're
low.
not going to see that as a tourist. It's not like that.
I think I need to do this for myself. I need to take accountability for bad things that I've done and for letting my wife get this out of control. And I don't need to get out of jail free card. So I need to do that for myself and for my own closure as well. And I think also I want to live for the the idiots out there that, they're, looking to me to be a role model, right? Oh, not a good idea. But there are people that will see that and they'll think maybe to themselves, maybe I should do the same thing. And if I can do that for one person, well, I've already done it for myself. I've already done a good thing, and so it could only get better. And so that's what my plan is. I'm going to try to rethink my life.
Yeah, where will the Asman viewer go
I've had a lot of people reach out to me. People I would have never expected to reach out to me in ways that I never expected. And I understand that, like, I'm still very critical about, religious fundamentalism, right? But when you paint with such a broad brush that you just include an entire group of people, you're just being it's like people said it was racist. I didn't mean it as racist, but if you listen to what I said, it's easy that you could assume that. So easy. And so I'm for the last 2 years, I think that I've negatively affected other people too.
I didn't reach out to him.
I don't even hate to say this. Like, I think I need to say this. I need to say it more. I've negatively affected people in ways that I regret. I think whenever I go back live again, I'll probably.
Guys, I reached out in the past a bunch of times to Asmon in various times, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm there, whatever. I didn't reach out over here because he knows I just he wants to fight about something, whatever. But I'm not a close friend of this guy. Like, it's not like I don't think he needs me anywhere. Does that make sense? Like, I'm just saying it's just, I'm not like that.
More, like, there's some just different people I kind of want to apologize to and take accountability
Yeah,
for
I think he pick up a call
things that I've said
from next
and done that have negatively affected other people in ways that were unfair and wrong. And that's what my plan is. That's about it. I want to say that I hope that now, after you've heard what I'm saying, that a lot of y'all can see kind of why I'm saying that I appreciate this. I really think that this is something I needed, and I hope that this is the next part of the rest of my life. And I want you guys to hold me accountable to that. So if I'm being mean,
brother, how is that? As a member of getting part of this community, bro, how are you mad at me, bro? What did I say that is against your group or ethnicity or race? What did I say? Like, brother, you made this whole scenario up that I'm saying something like about you, and I'm not. You're just dumb. You're dumb.
Probably
if I'm
not
just
an
being
era.
callous, acting like a psychopath, just treating people awfully outside of a WoW raid when they get killed, but really laughing at people's misfortune, try to say, man, just stop. And I'm gonna do my best to listen. I spent 2 years ago.
No, I didn't call anybody. Instead, is that the Houthi pirates shit that someone's doing? Yeah, some of these were legitimate. Can't really have back down on that. Is what it is. Like,
This is not even the tip of the iceberg of the problems in my life, and I want to thank everybody for making me aware that that's the case, and hopefully I can avoid the iceberg, right? And so I want to say that's pretty much about all I've got. I'm sorry for a lot of people I let down, not just with comments like this, but also just with the way I've been doing things in general. I think that you guys deserve a much better version of me than what you've been getting, and I hope that I can live up to that in the future. And I don't even want to think about it in the future, right? As soon as I get unbanned, the best apology is better content, change behavior, and that's what I hope to do. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna focus on myself for a while, try to improve my own.
I have nothing but open and accepting to all other cultures and shit like that. Wanting to learn, wanting to know, whatever. I ask questions. I try to do it with tact. Bro, I did it against nobody. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Life and there's a lot of
Like bunch of British in principle all day.
I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life. That's not what I do.
Again, they're like more kind of
In Texans especially.
kind of in the weeds, like personal stuff. But overall, that's the big picture. That's where I'm at. And so anyway, that's all I got. And I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna try to take this time off to.
Yo, in the time I was brain on YouTube, on Twitter, whatever, I defended all the Haitians, whatever, from the video that we're getting because of some headline and some Donald Trump one. Anything like, and you're gonna come at me
I guess I wouldn't
when I
know
see that
that.
isn't right. I call it out. I don't have to tell you.
Nah.